Welcome to our secretarial lesson. It's Madam Charity in front of you, so I will invite you to our class. Today we are continuing with our topic on meetings and conferences. So today we are looking at minutes. Minutes are the records of the meeting proceedings kept to preserve a brief, accurate, and a clear records of the business transacted or the business activities that have taken place. So the minutes will keep a record of the meeting proceedings kept to preserve a brief, correct, accurate, and clear records of the business transacted. And these minutes are supposed to be written immediately after the meeting. That is immediately when the discussion is still fresh in your mind, in order to make sure that the minutes are accurate. The minutes are also supposed to be kept safe in a safe custody as to provide a permanent record of proceedings in case they are required in future for reference, because they are supposed to be referred for later dates. So these minutes are supposed to be kept safe. And then the other thing we are supposed to know is that these minutes are supposed to be written accurate, brief, clear, and this must be present the true records of the proceedings of the meeting to the absent members. The members who are absent in the meeting, they expect to get the correct information that was discussed in the previous meeting. So below here we have some of the points on how the minutes should be written in the following order. So this is the order in which we are supposed to write our minutes. Our minutes should include a description of the meeting. A description of the meeting will should include the type of the meeting. You should mention the type of the meeting that is taking place, whether it's a annual general meeting, an executives meeting, or a subordinate meeting. So you should describe the type of the meeting that you have. You should also describe the time when the meeting was starting, and the date and the venue. That is the place where the meeting is held. The other thing is the name of the members who are present. And this one should, when you are listing the members who are present, you should begin. The chairperson's name should come first, and the rest of the members follow. Then we have apologies of the absentees. These are the members who are absent in the meeting. We also have the readings of the meeting of the last meeting. So we should also show the minutes of the last meeting. We should also show the matters arising from the minutes. We should also show the correspondence, any written document, any materials in written form. They should be included in our meeting, in our minutes. General business, these are the resolutions, and they must contain the exact wording given at the meeting. You must make sure that the resolutions that were made in the meeting, they contain the correct and the accurate, the exact wording given in the meeting. Then we have any other business should be included. We have another business. That is what we call the A or B. A or B. Any other business that may arise during the meeting or towards the end of the meeting. Then that is the end. After the end of the meeting, you should mention the date of the next meeting. So the members should agree on the date of the next meeting, and then the minutes should contain the signature block for the chairperson and the date of the meeting when the minutes will be signed. So that is the order in which the minutes should be written. The secretary is supposed to prepare a draft, and this draft is submitted to the chairperson for approval before she makes her final copy. Immediately after the meeting, the secretary should prepare a draft copy which is supposed to be submitted for approval by the chairperson before she makes a final copy. And after the approval, the secretary should prepare now the final copy, and this one she should make sure that the copy that she prepares copies for circulation to be read by every member in order to agree upon the information that is in the meeting, whether it is true. Then we should make sure that you should not confuse the minutes with the verbatim. We also have another what we call verbatim, or we call it a summary or a precise. So minutes and the verbatim, they are different, whereby the minutes are brief record of a proceedings of a meeting. We see that minutes are brief records of the proceedings of the meeting, whereas verbatim or a summary is a meeting or a debate or a discussion recorded and reported word by a word. So that is the difference between minutes and the verbatim or a summary. Then we should make sure that we present a precise report. A precise report is a summary of a literary passage or a speech or a report of a correspondence expressing clearly and concisely all the important facts of the original information. Then we have the types of the meeting. The next part is that we look at the types of the meetings. We have types of meetings. This one includes, we have committee meetings, number 2, we have informal meetings. We also have extraordinary meetings, statutory, meetings, and we also have formal meetings. So we have committee meetings, we have informal meetings. These are the formal resolution where they are the formal resolutions, and they are not required in the office. These are informal meetings. They are not formal. They are not official meetings. Then we have extraordinary meetings, which are arranged in the organization for a certain purpose, for a specific purpose. We have statutory meetings, and we also have formal meetings. These are the official meetings. And then we have the personnel who are involved in the meeting. We have some personnel who are involved in the meeting. Personnel in meeting. These are the members who are supposed to attend the meeting, and we have chairperson, chairman, This includes chairman. This is the chairperson. We also call him a chairperson. A chairperson. We also have number 2 is the convener. We have a co-opted member. We have an exofficial. Exofficial member. We have another member we call in attendance. We also have the secretary now. We have another member we call proxy. We have another member called teller. We have another member called treasurer. So these are the main members who are supposed to attend the meeting, and all these members, they have a duty, they have a responsibility, a special responsibility in the meeting. So we begin with the chairman or the chairperson. The chairperson, one of the duties of a chairperson, one is to manage proceedings of the meeting and keep order, to maintain proceedings of the meeting and keep order. He is also in charge of approval of the items to be discussed in the agenda. Is the one to approve the items for discussion in the agenda, whether they are true, and also is supposed to conduct the business according to the agenda and constitution of the organization, and also according to the standing orders, by keeping discussions within the prescribed limits and allow all the points to be expressed accordingly. You should also deal with the points of order. Points of order, maintain the order in the meeting. Should also guide the discussion of and assist the meeting to make decisions by passing resolutions and amendments where possible. It should guide the discussion and assist the meeting to make decisions by passing the resolutions and amendments. You should also take a vote or a poll and declare the results. He is supposed to be involved in the voting. In the case where there are voting or elections that are supposed to go on in the meeting, he is supposed to take a vote or a poll and declare the results. At the end of it all, he is supposed to sign the minutes and ensure that actions is taken for approval. He is also the one in charge of closing the meeting, adjourn the meeting or postpone the meetings as directed by the meeting. He is the one in charge of closing the meeting and also adjourn the meeting or postpone the meetings as directed by the meeting where the need, when there is need for that. We have another member we call convener. This is a person authorized to call a meeting. This is the person who is authorized to call the meeting. And we also have a co-opted member, and this is the person who serves on the on a committee as a result of a committee's power of co-option. That is, the committee approves of the appointment of the co-opted member by a majority vote in order to to engage the services of a person qualified to assist them in their work. A co-opted member, this is a person, he is just appointed by the committee members because this person is qualified or is an expert in one field that the members are not able to participate alone. So they request this member to attend. Maybe a clinical officer can be invited in a meeting. Somebody who is a specialist in a certain field is a co-opted member in the meeting. And this person is qualified to offer such services in the meeting, and he assists the members or the committee members in the meeting. So we refer to that person as a co-opted member. He's just appointed to attend the meeting for that purpose. We also have an exofficial member. An exofficial member, this is a person who is a member of the committee by virtue of office. For example, the restaurant manager may be an ex-official member of the staff welfare committee. An ex-official. This is the person who is not an official, is not a real official member, but is an ex-official. Is somebody who is not really an official, but is just there by virtue of the office. And then because he's a manager in one of the departments, and therefore we invite this person to the meeting. We also have another member we refer to in attendance member. Those who attend the meeting to provide a service such as secretarial, legal, financial, etc., but do not have voting powers or voting rights. These are the people who are invited in the meeting, like secretaries, legal secretaries or legal officers, or financial auditors, who are financial members of staff, but these people, they do not have voting rights. In case we have an election in the meeting, they do not have voting rights. We also have the secretary. The secretary is responsible for the meeting arrangements and also making sure that she writes the agenda of the meeting and the notice before, and also ensure everything is in place for the meeting to start. Then we have a proxy member, a person appointed to attend a meeting and vote on behalf of a member who is unable to attend. This is a proxy member is that person who has been appointed to attend the meeting and vote on behalf of another member who is unable to attend. And this person is given the right to vote on behalf of that member. We have another member called teller. The teller is a person who counts the votes at the meeting ballots. During the meetings where we have annual general meetings where the elections is supposed to take place, we must have a teller member who is in charge of counting the votes at the meeting ballots. We have a treasurer. A treasurer is also another important member in the meeting, and will only be important in the case where the meeting involves some payments of money or involves some financial transaction in the meeting. So this member is responsible when the meeting involves payments, receipts and payments of money. So this person will be there to make preparation and presentation of financial reports, and he will also help in advising the meeting on financial matters, and also submission of audited accounts when required. The next part that we are supposed to learn is about the duties of a secretary before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. So we are going to look at the duties of a secretary. Duties of a secretary. And then duties of a secretary during the meeting. And then we should also look at the duties of a secretary after the meeting. That is immediately after the meeting. What does the secretary does? What are the activities that the secretary should undertake? So look up here, look at the duties of a secretary before a meeting. The secretary is supposed to prepare the agenda in the consultation with the chairperson and distribute it to the members. So one of the duties is that she must prepare the agenda for the meeting, and these agenda are prepared in consultation with the chairperson and should distribute them to the members before the day of the meeting. She should prepare the chairperson's agenda also, should also book a suitable room for the meeting, and also for accommodation in case the meeting is supposed to be held far away from the organization. If they have to travel to somewhere, she should make such arrangements. She should book a suitable room for the meeting, a suitable venue for the meeting, should obtain any necessary statements or documents from the members who cannot be present in the meeting but have strong views on the items for discussion. So before the meeting, the secretary is supposed to collect any correspondence from the members who may not attend the meeting, but they are known to have strong views or are strong views in the meeting. So she should collect such documents before then to present them in the meeting. Should collect together the following items also. Should collect stationery, writing paper, shorthand notebook. Should have spare copies of the agenda. Should have minutes of the previous meeting, and all relevant papers and files of correspondence. Letters of apology received from members unable to attend should also have them. Attendance register or sheets for the members to register their names, those who have attended, and any other books of reference or standing orders, and also any other document, any other books or references and standing orders, etc., and anything else that she may be required to have. Then we also have the duties now. During the meeting. What is she supposed to do on the day of the meeting? What is she supposed to do during the meeting? One thing, she should attend early, taking items referred in the previous note that we have said. She should attend the meeting early, carrying with her the items that we have mentioned before. She should also arrange for directions or signs to the committee room. Should have some signboards to direct the members to where the meeting will be held, to the room where the meeting is held. Should also ensure seating arrangement is in order. She should make sure that the seating arrangements in the meeting room, they are okay. Should also ensure that each member has a supply of writing papers. Should make sure that each member has a supply of writing papers. Should also ensure that all the members sign the attendance register or the attendance sheet. Should also read the minutes of the previous meeting, letters of apology, and then other correspondence. So during the meeting, the secretary will be expected to read the minutes of the previous meeting, should also assist the chairperson in supplying information from files required during the meeting. If there are some information to be supplied to the members or some document to be supplied to the members during the meeting, the secretary should assist the chairperson to do so. Should also record the details of the decision reached, noting who proposed and who seconded, as well as the results of voting. In other words, she should now take down the minutes during the meeting. She should take down the minutes in detail. That is the record in details of what was discussed, the proposals that were made, and also the resolutions, and those who were proposing and seconding one another. And at the end of it all, present the results of voting, if there were voting during the meeting. Then we have the duties of the secretary after the meeting. After the meeting, what is she supposed to do? One of the things she's supposed to do should ensure that all documents are returned to the office, prepare the draft minutes for approval by the chairperson. So before she prepares the final copy of the minutes, she is supposed to prepare a draft copy of the minutes for the approval of the chairperson. Should also then, after that, type the final copy of the minutes ready for distribution to the members after the approval by the chairperson. Then should also type any correspondence resulting from the meeting and make sure that and monitor the progress of such correspondence. If there were some letters that were supposed to be written that came as a result of the meeting, she should make sure that she prepare the correspondence in hand advance. Type them immediately after the meeting. I should also file any papers used at the meeting as well as the copies of correspondence typed during the meeting. Any papers that are supposed to be filed, any documents to be filed from the meeting, she should file them immediately after the meeting. And if the chairperson is also your chief executive whom you work for, you should also see that the date of the next meeting is entered in their diary and in your diary. She should also update the diary of the chairperson and also her own diary. So those are the duties of the secretary after the meeting. And we have said that the documents that are used in the meeting, they are just like we have mentioned before. We have notice, agenda, chairperson's agenda, and the minutes. So that marks the end of our topic. And then I wish you the best as you revise. Make sure you go through the notes and make sure that you understand them well. Then in the next meeting, we are going to look at another topic about health, safety, and security in the office. Wish you all the best. Thank you for listening.